Dude, what's going on, y'all? My boy, yo. It's your boy, yo, the best that ever did it. A true winner, 6 p.m. Before we get started into diving into this, hey, this Friday slate got some low key fire on it. Before we dive in, leave me a sub if you're not subscribed, and if you are subscribed, hit that notification bell. Let's keep it ramping up. And let's hit a 3-leg parlay today, man. That's the goal. Drop your top 3 picks in the comments. Let's cook it up together. Without further ado, we got college basketball Friday, January 12th, 2024. Coming off of a winning night. Shout out to Jordan Pope on that boy. Oregon State. That boy Jordan Pope. Clutch. Shout out to Jordan Pope. Shout out to Jordan Pope. You know what I'm saying? Like, that boy is so clutch. He had 6 points in the first half. 6 points in the first half. Finished the game with 21. What a second half to cover the PRA for us. Next up, we're going to go with these boys. Cleveland State at Milwaukee. First game of the day. First game of the day. Now look, we're going to deep dive into these slightly. We're going to slightly deep dive into these. Now look, when I first see this game, everybody gonna think Cleveland State. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna think Cleveland State. And you know I don't like Milwaukee as a Bears fan. Milwaukee's been terrible. They lost to Green Bay this season. As you can see, I'm not just talking shit. I don't bet with my heart. Look at this Wisconsin Green Bay loss. They got their ass handed to them. You know what I mean? Beat a Chattanooga team, Robert Morris by 3. Oklahoma. Look at these high-scoring ass games. I like the over. Yeah, NKU, hella high-scoring. Oakland wasn't that high-scoring. They beat Oakland. They lost at Rice State. You know what I'm saying? But when they go on that road, they lose. They lost to EMU, Youngstown State, Kent State, and Rice State. All on the road. Give me my boys Milwaukee at the crib. It's a controversial pick. Give me Milwaukee at home. The better team is Cleveland State. We know that. But it's something about that home. When it's conference play, give me the home slightly. You know what I'm saying? If it's 8-8 team as the favorite against 11-6-2 team, the books are trying to tell you something. And we got to go with it. Let's go with Milwaukee. Money line, the first pick of the day. We ain't gonna overcomplicate it. Next up, we got Minnesota at Indiana. And there's no way. Yeah, this timing, and don't look at the timing, y'all. This timing is off. We got Minnesota coming in at the 3 o'clock slate. 12-3 Minnesota. They've been playing decent this year, I ain't gonna lie. They've been playing decent this year. Minnesota is not no pushover like last couple years. They played better this year. Indiana couldn't hang with Rutgers, a team who almost lost to Stonehill. Indiana couldn't, get there. Malik Renault, look what he did. 13.7. Yeah. 6 rebounds. You know what I'm saying? Lost to these boys, Nebraska bad. Beat Ohio State at the crib. When they at the crib, they are their strongest when they on the road. They still could win, though. But, you know what I'm saying? They only lost 3 times. They played Kansas, Auburn, and fucking UConn is their only 3 losses. You can't argue with none of them. They beat Maryland, beat Michigan. And they got a good win against Ohio State. And that Rutgers, man, I know you could lose to Nebraska, but that Rutgers loss, you ain't supposed to be losing to Rutgers, dog. If you elite, if you really elite, you know what I'm saying? Give me my boys, Minnesota. Give me Minnesota on the money line. Indiana should not be the favorite right here. Minnesota is proven on the road. They could hang with the best of them. Purdue 4-way, IPFW at Robert Morris. And IPFW is the favorite here for some reason. I know Robert Morris is 5-12. I do know that. We both know that. You know what I'm saying? I know that. They lost to Wisconsin, Green Bay, bad. Milwaukee by 3. Wright State, bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, Wright State, bad. Let's look at what the fuck they did against NKU, Youngstown State, Canisius. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can't beat nobody. Jacksonville beat them by 9. But I just smell an upset. I'm gonna just some telling me to go with Robert Morris in this one. IPFW coming off 2 losses. You know what I'm saying? Stuck up 93 and 85. 98 and 85. You know what I'm saying? Before that, they beat NKU, who beat up this team bad. Robert Morris. You know what I'm saying? They beat up this Wisconsin, Green Bay. IPFW is the much better team here, but they're fool's gold. I'm gonna keep telling people IPFW is a sellout. But in a position like this, man, I just gotta go with IPFW on the money line. It's just too much. It's too much evidence that shows me Robert Morris is not good. Give me IPFW on the money line, but something telling me to take Robert Morris in the points. I'm gonna take the points with Robert Morris, but I think IPFW wins it on the money line. Stetson at Queens, and give me Stetson. Give me Stetson. The Hatters. 2-7 on the road versus a 6-1 team in the house of Queens. They just came off a 3-point victory against Florida Gulf Coast. Last home game before that was App State. That was a loss. Last Division I home game before that is a Weber State win. Not Weber State, Gardner Webb. And then motherfucking Farley Dickinson. Like, look who they playing at home. This High Point win was a good win. I don't know, man. They just not really sold me this year. I just think Stetson got a little more pop. They just lost to Kennesaw pretty bad. They got a good win against Charlotte. Then when they was on the road, FIU defeated them. Same Charlotte team couldn't hang with them. Beat this UCF team who just took out Kansas. And they beat Milwaukee on a neutral venue. Give me Stetson on this one in the coin flip. Give me Stetson. I'm not gonna keep making this shit. It's not complicated. You know what I'm saying? It's not complicated. Florida Gulf Coast at Kennesaw. Kennesaw laying 8. And I'm taking Kennesaw. Give me Kennesaw and lay the points. Florida Gulf Coast will lose this game by at least 10. They're at least going to lose it by 10. This might be like 74-81. Maybe on a good night, you know what I'm saying? Might get the backdoor cover where it's like the hook kills us. But that's like on a worst case scenario. I think on an average day, this going to be like an 85-70, 15-point win game for Kennesaw. Damn near a dub, but they going to cover it. They ain't going to win by 20, but they going to win by like 13. Duquesne versus Dayton. Hey, Duquesne is nice this year. So is Dayton. See what they did to UMass? UMass was somehow... we took UMass in a cover. We did take UMass a cover, if y'all look at the video. But we knew Dayton was going to win it on the money line. Davidson couldn't hang. Longwood couldn't hang. Cincinnati couldn't hang. Oakland couldn't hang. Troy couldn't hang. SMU failed. Like, the list goes on, man. They fought it out with Houston. Give me my boys, Dayton. Duquesne should not be the favorite in this one. Lost to Loyola, Illinois. One of the worst. They're not one of the worst in a conference, but they're having a down year. I'm going to tell you that. I don't give a fuck about this little 4-game winning streak. They're 4-1 in their last 5. I don't give a fuck. Look at this shit, man. These boys out here losing. You know what I'm saying? Tulsa handed them their shit. USF handed them their shit. I'm not fooled by this Loyola team. And this is who Duquesne just lost to. UMass shitted on these boys who just Dayton just was a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Give me my boys Dayton. This is Fool's Gold team. Duquesne has done nothing to be a favorite. It's gonna go to the other side. By tomorrow, this is gonna be Dayton land 1, land 2. Manhattan at Ryder. Give me my boys Ryder at the crib, but I think it's too many points. Manhattan's gonna cover that, no problem. Give me Manhattan in the points, but I like Ryder on the money line. Quinnipiac at Marist. And look at this. Quinnipiac 11-4, getting points at Marist. Give me Quinnipiac on the money line. You're not gonna overcomplicate it. Fairfield and Niagara, give me Fairfield. Fairfield is the much better defensive team between the two. As you can see, Manhattan putting up 67. Syracuse put up 83. Binghamton, sorry ass, put up 69. NJIT put up 81 against them. St. Peter's slow-paced ass put up 72. Fairfield's much better, man. Fairfield's coming in this one winning, beating Marist by 20. Siena couldn't hang. Farley Dickinson couldn't hang. Wagner couldn't hang. Lemoyne couldn't hang. Come on, man. Yale couldn't hang. Ryder couldn't hang. They on a massive winning streak right now, and I'm not jumping off of them. Give me Fairfield. They're a much better sound team. Give me the Fairfield. Give me the Fairfield Stags. The Stags. Siena at Canisius. Give me Canisius. Give me Canisius. Siena's ass. Money line. Rice at South Florida. USF. Rice hasn't been on a crumb this year. Usually we pick Rice in a couple good spots. You'll catch Rice getting points. They haven't been covering as underdogs this year, man. They haven't. They only covered one time at a 20 and a half point spread against Texas. That's their best cover. You know what I'm saying? Rice hasn't been on shit. But he instantly, USF haven't been doing nothing either, but they at least better than Rice. Give me USF on the money line at the house. Get the home crowd going. Jacksonville at North Florida Ospreys. The Ospreys are laying 4 against Jacksonville. Jacksonville's last 5 games, they've won 2. Lost to Stetson bad and Florida Gulf Coast. Beat a Division II school and beat ULM, Louisiana Monroe. Before that, they lost to South Carolina State in overtime. Barely beat Georgia Southern, a winless team. North Florida coming in from last 5. They've won 1 against Florida Gulf Coast, who just beat on this same Jacksonville team. They lost to Stetson by 1. Played Georgia very good, and then they just lost to Miami and Florida State. You know what I'm saying? Beat this Georgia Southern team, same Georgia Southern team that's, you know what I'm saying, played the other boys. And then they finally got their little wins. They got 2 wins now. Give me my boys North Florida Ospreys to get it done at the crib. Give me the Ospreys. I'll lay the 4. Buffalo at Akron. Akron land a huge number, 18. Buffalo, we faded them last game for a good reason. They were 2-point favorites, you know what I'm saying, against Miami of Ohio. Who the fuck are they talking to? You know what I'm saying? We faded that so easily. Terrible fucking game for Buffalo. They were down 2 at the half, too. They thought they were going to win it. Still got dubbed 21 piece. Western Michigan beat them by 5. Richmond beat them by 6. Niagara beat them by 6. Western Kentucky beat them boys by 17. Butler beat them boys by what? 13. St. Bonaventure beat them by, yeah. I think it's a lot of points for Akron, but man, I know Akron could do it. I wouldn't be surprised if they did it. They beat Bowling Green bad, better team. Beat NIU bad, better team. You know what I'm saying? Same St. Bonaventure team. They almost beat Bradley by 15. Way better team than this Buffalo team. USM is on their level. Beat them boys by 18. Man, I know Akron can do it, but I wouldn't risk it. You know what I'm saying? But if I had to go anything on this game, I would pick the under. I don't see Buffalo putting up a lot of points against Akron. Akron may get into maybe the mid 70s. Buffalo's going to be in the 60s or the 50s. 59 to 74. That's what I'm looking at, the score. Akron, get the under done. Great defensive team, and they're going to dictate the pace. DePaul at Villanova. Give me my boys Villanova. Minus the 20. We fading DePaul all year long. Rice State at Youngstown State. And we're gonna go with my boys Youngstown State, man. I've been picking my spots with Rice State, and this is when we hop off of them on the road. Youngstown State at home, 9-1, 90% out of 10 games you won 9. 90% hit rate at home. Let's get him. Let's get him. Let's get him. Youngstown State, lay the spread. Nebraska at Iowa, and Iowa is the fucking favorite. Give me Nebraska before this fucking line moves. Give me Nebraska before this line moves. Check the injury report, because if somebody's injured, that's why. If nobody's injured, smash the money line. Last game of the board, Nevada, 15-1, 9-0 at the crib. Shout out to Nevada. Shout out to Keenan Blackshear. Shout out to Jared Lucas. Them boys is real. Now they playing a good game now. Boise State not coming in here to play no fucking games. 4th in the Mountain West. On a 4, they only lost one game by 5 points at Washington State in a neutral site. Beat Colorado State outright. San Jose State handled them. Utah Valley handled them weak-ass boys. University of North Texas and St. Mary's won. This is a real team. BVCU. Nevada got some tough company right here, dog. Nevada got some tough company with all of these big-ass upsets going on. I'm going to side with Boise State in the upset fashion to get the job done. They've shown me a lot. I really love this Nevada team, but look who their wins are against. Air Force, Fresno, TCU and GT, Georgia Tech. Them are great wins. Before that, Temple, Hawaii. That Drake game, that's what I'm talking about. It's going to be a game like that where it's a real step-up game. It's not Montana. It's not Portland. It's not Pacific. It's not Colorado. No. They did beat Washington. They could handle their own. Nevada is good. But give me Boise State to cover the spread. Maybe Nevada to win on the money line. That's how we're going to close it out. And my 3 locks of the night is going to be Nebraska Cornhuskers on the money line. If nobody's injured, Nebraska on the money line. Youngstown State. And Quinnipiac. And we could throw Dayton on there as well for the 4-leg banger. Let's smash the books. Smack them boys tomorrow, y'all. Let's sting them.